Not as balanced as you're gonna get it, but I don't really see any other way you can do it.
Do it. Let's ride.
Alright, so let's see if we get more target bans this time, or if we get
Fatal Finish
more
asking in
general
chat.
bans.
Fatal Finish asking in chat, if he pentas this game, will I add him? The truth is, I'll add you without the penta.
Look at this guy. Get the Aurelia band coming out. Oh, the Vladimir band coming down on Tan and Kinslayer. No one wants to see that. Get it out of here. Stretch has been eaten by his cat, so I'll just keep talking about the bands.
I'm not eaten by the cat. I was responding to Tannen's post in the caster chat on what playlist this is.
Okay.
It's my Monster Cat Madness playlist. It's all Monster Cat album mixes that are like an hour long, so it's like a 24-hour playlist.
Reconator messaging me. Good job with casting, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Reconator. I am filling in for Stretch here so he doesn't have to talk alone. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I just talk. I do like analyzing the game, so
It's right up your
I
alley.
don't know if that was clapping or something else.
That was me slapping my large penis against the desk.
I would expect nothing more, so that's kind of like a combination of clapping and tapping.
Yeah, that's me. That's how I give props to people.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah, no,
movie,
it's-
great
I
movie,
love
sir.
analyzing the game.
Sir, zip up your pants.
Yeah, no, I definitely love talking about the game. Stretching that, so
Yeah.
I'll sit here and talk. My only issue I ever have is ping issues, because I do live in a house with 7 people. I live in a very remote area, and I have very bad, well, not bad internet, but when you have 7 people and 6 of them decide to use Netflix, it can slow down. So it's the only thing I ever worry about.
You guys all want to watch? You all want to watch House of Cards at the same time? Oh, we're doing the sync up thing again. All right, 3, 2, 1, play! Now everyone turn on your speakers so we get the surround sound audio. Yay!
It's ridiculous. So, we got the Katarina ban also coming out and the Morgana ban. Katarina Morgana is actually a really fun comp to play. I used to play that with my good buddy a lot. I used to main Katarina back in the Dark Ages, and used to main Morgana, and we would just run around, and I would just ult people for free. That was back when Katarina, before her rework, when her ultimate lasted a lot longer and kind of worked a lot differently. A lot of people don't realize Katarina was reworked. She used to be a very different champion. The same, but different. Did not have her W. Her W was actually kind of like it's kind of like Karma's ultimate. It gave her abilities an additional ability along with them. So, for example, her Q used to be a single target spell, and as you used your W on it and leveled up if you leveled up the W, you would get more bounces of the Q when you W before it.
Huh.
Also, her E used to be her primary burst spell next to her ultimate. Her E used to do a lot of damage. She used to jump, like if she W'd before she E'd, so if she had an empowered E, it would do a lot of damage. That's how she used to get resets.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's really interesting to just go back and look at the early season 1, season 2, and just look at the different champions and see how they used to be and how they used to work. Because there's been a lot of changes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of champions.
100%. This game is very fluid. It changes a lot, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for.
I'd like to see this because it's more fun.
But did you remember to mute your client music?
I did not, but I lowered it so much I can't even hear it, so.
There you go. Uh-oh. Tannen Kinslayer showing the Quinn. Will he take it, though?
There it is. So he actually
Oh,
just asked me Quinn or Varus, and I was like, dude, Quinn.
Oh, there it is. Dude, I've showed him the way.
I want to see the Quinn.
I've shown him the way on the Quinn bot lane. You gotta get the Bork and the Ghost Blade. Like, early early Cutlass Brutalizer on Quinn is so devastating since her level 6 power spike is her just all-inning a person. You want to have penetration and some sort of active.
And the Quinn that gets ahead too. It's kind of like a Ballista that gets ahead. It's it's so irritating to deal with.
Yeah, because it's not like she kites everyone. She just kind of picks apart a target and goes, "You die," and then they're like, "Huh."
You are going to.
And there was no way for me to fight back.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
A lot of people do like playing her out of the top lane too. Just kind of she's not a traditional AD carry, especially when she pops into her ultimate, but she can definitely fill the role.
Isn't it weird?
It is cool to see her out of the top lane as well.
Isn't it weird that people they'll think about playing Quinn top lane before they thought about playing Urgot top lane? It's like this one champion who's really good at dueling. We should play Quinn on the top lane, and it's like Urgot can do that, and he's already really good at dueling. He's also tanky and has really nice engage in the late game. It's like, huh.
Yeah, it's funny. The progression of the meta is so weird sometimes. On certain champions, just like you don't think of them in a certain role, but then all of a sudden you're like, actually, it's kind of like Fizz jungle right now. Like, Fizz has always been a pretty good jungler, but no one ever really. He was always just played mid, so I never really thought about it. And it's like, hey, wait a minute, he has insane mobility and he can get around the map. And, oh, by the way, if you build an AD, you get like pretty much it's like, I don't even know how to describe it.
So execute on every auto attack. Mini execute.
Yeah.
I wish they would change Volibear to something like that. That would be so good. Frenzy just does increased damage to a target as it gets low, rather than having the one burst bite. And the bonus damage just scales off of his max HP, and they just remove the bite altogether.
Oh, you mean from the friend? Okay, so there's no bite.
Yeah, there's no bite.
The other thing they could do is just make the bite like have some kind of penalty. Like as soon as Volibear is I love Volibear. If I could pick one champion to play forever, it probably would be Volibear because he's so much fun. But he does not scale into the late game at all, just because of the bite. Just does no damage later. Because as soon as they build armor, it's
super rough. Because like it's a situation where you can in the late game you can no longer get to the backline very easily, and then so you're forced to be general damage in the middle of the team, but then you don't do any damage to them because your bite's just been completely zoned out because of armor. It's really rough, and everyone's getting random, so your auto attacks get slower, and you're just super sad about the entire situation.
But he is still fun, chat. I mean, if you've ever had a 1v3 as a Volibear and one killed all three people,
oh my goodness, of course.
It's so much fun.
Oh, dude, the second you hit level 6 and their jungler just so happens to show up and give you the money, it's fantastic.
Oh, I know. It's like, oh, fine, I'll just pop this ult and kill both of you at the same time. Okay, so getting into this game, we've got. Oh, looks like we're gonna have the Xin Zhao top lane. I actually love that. I don't know why. I've always wanted to see Xin Zhao top lane work.
Yeah. Xin played correctly as Freelo.
Xin is really strong.
He's retarded.
Looks like he's gonna be facing up against the Zed though, so we'll see how that. I have no idea how that matchup goes. I don't see that very often, so it'll be an interesting matchup. Zed is running Ignite Teleport though, and Xin is running Ignite, so Zin's gonna have that early skirmish advantage with that Ignite, whereas Zed is gonna be more about farming early, trying to build his strength up, and then probably go roam around the map and then it up. And in the mid lane here, it looks like we got the Ahri coming out against the Elise mid. That's gonna be interesting. I haven't seen a lane Elise in a long time.
Yep. It's been forever.
Because it used to be really strong. Her Q used to do a stupid amount of damage. Like her top lane was so strong.
Mm-hmm. You should just put all Magic Pen on her, and then just get like 3 ranks in the queue and just start spamming it, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
What a forgotten champion. She just doesn't do anything in terms of damage anymore, but it'd be interesting to see what building her AP out of the lane what that'll do. I do think the Ahri pick is going to have a little bit more more impact though around the map.
Yeah.
And then of course we're gonna have the Callista win show match in the bot lane, which I'm really excited to see. I love watching Quinn. I don't know why.
There's just some sick outplays you can make.
I really want to play Quinn top now. See, this is my problem. Now I'm just gonna want to play Quinn top all day tomorrow, and then I'm gonna find it. This is why I never stick with one champion, and I'm just all over the place. I just like see things. I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun, and then I play it a ton, and then I get bored of it and switch to something else.
Dude, I really want to get my my song name text working again, but I gotta work on that. I don't want to do work. I did all my work
This is why I
yesterday.
don't stream. There's too many things that go into it. Also, I don't play rank.
There it is. You can do
Hey, oh,
you can do Caseytron things. What?
oh yeah, man. Got the assets, you know what I mean?
All right.
Loading into the game here. This is our our third game or our fourth game?
Third one.
I don't even know.
Third one, and then I'm gonna quit for the time being, because I myself am getting the hunger to play the League of Legends.
Yes.
I have to go back and do like 3 stream sessions worth of replays, and I just don't want to. I've just been putting it off and just ignoring it. Been a terrible stream manager.
Yeah. You need to, well, this is what you do as someone who was put into a leadership position. Is you need to just find people to delegate to. You need to get people that you can be like, okay, I'm managing. Now you people go do the work.
That sounds great. That sounds wonderful.
It doesn't always work though, because sometimes they'll screw up, or things won't get done the way they need to get done, or you'll forget something, and
Yeah.
bad days.
That's my worry, is that like I'll assign someone to do something and then it won't get done the way I wanted it to get done, and they'll be like, "Well, I didn't know," and I'll be like, "Well, that's why I just do it all
Story
by
of my life
myself."
every day at work. I think the important thing with that is you just need to learn to. You just kind of have to let go and trust. It's hard. It's the hardest thing to do, is to delegate things and not do them yourself, and just trust that other people can do it. But it's rough, especially when what I do is if people don't do things right, they can have a tree fall on them or get burned to a crisp. So
Yeah, that's true.
I've got a pause coming out.
Intense like dearth. I don't want no trouble. So, JK, let's invade.
I mean, I'm assuming blue team's gonna invade because they have the cannon factor.
What are we doing?
Well, it doesn't look like he's there.
I didn't even know what this pause was about.
I don't know. It doesn't look like cannon's here. Oh, pink spike, okay. I know
But-
the feel. How's Tannen gonna invade if he doesn't get out of base this early? I don't understand.
Yeah, no Tannen invade today.
He's gonna be completely off his game now. That's like the start of the tilt.
Yep, the tilt is real. He's probably gonna be fully horizontal once he gets to lane.
It's gonna be like a game of Super Mario Brothers.
I think my favorite
Side scroll
thing
all the way.
that I've said to anyone in this game was to Madi. I was like, dude, if you tilt any harder, you will slide off the face of the earth.
Very nice.
And he was like, that's not how it works. I'm like, that's how hard you're tilting.
Go flat. You're not only you're not only sliding off the earth, you go flatten it out so that can happen.
Exactly. You've
Ooh,
started to
spotted out there by the Callista.
you started to generate forward thrust. So you're tilting so hard.
Okay. Up here, so that makes sense to me.
Alright, so this time both junglers starting on the bottom side of the map getting that easy leash from their bottom lane. Pantheon gonna be level 2 nice and quick here, and honestly, if it were me, and I had just watched Charmerly play, I would try the level 2 red buff invade. I'd just go for it.
Yeah, especially as Pantheon, you can definitely get away with it. You'd have to probably think about taking the stun. I don't know. It's kind of want all three of those abilities in an invade, but I definitely would give it a try. You are the stronger. I think you'd be stronger in the duel, so.
Yeah, I think so, and that's why I would go for it. Especially, I would probably take the E, honestly, because at rank, when everyone's abilities are still rank 1, the E does enough damage to help you out. And the execute crit would be pretty much critical in that situation.
Yeah, I do think though it might be a little bit. It might be an even stronger invade if you are that on that blue side. Then you can get up there with red buff and invade up their blue buff. That might be something to try out. I want to try all these things now. I won't because I'm not that aggressive of a jungler, but
yeah,
damage in the mid lane.
lane.
Jeez.
Yeah, Charmley getting taken very low there. A little bit of aggressive trading going on. Top lane, Dark Crimson Blade and Lead Singer exchanging blows, but C4 goes in! He can't quite get the last hit from the spiders there. Zenith Blade lands from Hound Archon onto Oninoken. He's able to return a good amount of damage. Tannen following into the brush there, gets the blind down on the tail end, but can't quite finish up the kill. Fatal finish now, 2v1. Can he get the damage that he needs? I'm not sure. Quinn double proc there. Good damage comes out, and Fatal does not have the Ren to try to contest that. Lead Singer going very low under turret. DCB will pick up the kill under tower. C4 onto Charmley. He's trying to escape, will not get it, and now we're back to the bot lane. Fatal finish trying to heal up. Hound Archon behind him, looking for an additional level and maybe some healing off of that base regen, but he's so low right now, he's going to be super careful. Good blind out of Quinn there. Gets in with the dash. Good flash to dodge the Zenith Blade, but he gets taken out due to the stun proc from Hound Archon and a good exhaust usage there. Oninoken not quite in the fight. Not quite able to help out with that fight quite yet, but it looks like Dearth shows up, looking to pick up a potential kill here. Auto attacks are landing, gets the jump from the brush. He needs to find Fatal Finish. He doesn't have a ward, but he is going to be able to close the gap nice and easy. Almost gets taken out by that Rend if he had gotten maybe 1 or 2 auto attacks off.
And unfortunately for Janna there, her exhaust did go down on the Leona, which probably not the exhaust. If she had gotten down on Fatal Finish, it might have allowed Tannen to do that and potentially get the kills there.
Yeah.
But a good roam down by Rengar to clean up.
Yeah, very good roam indeed. Charmley just harassing C4 back a bit. He does have the farm lead in this lane despite that early death. 9 farm up. It's going to be nice and strong for him there. In terms of gold values, he's actually only 90 gold behind, so being able to push this into turret is going to set him about even. And he's not going to suffer from that early death at all.
Yeah, and it's just the importance of farm. Early farm is so important. If you want to get better at this game, especially in mid lane, just go into a custom game and just farm. Try to get perfect farm on the first 4 waves. Try to hit perfect farm in a custom game and just practice that. Farm is so important early. Even with the early kill, the gold lead's almost even, and we saw in the first game of the day, Mini Stretch getting really ahead on Malphite, but then kind of falling behind in damage because he didn't get the farm.
Yeah, pretty much. Fatal Finish going aggressive on the Tannen Kinslayer. Oninoken kind of gets left behind in the exchange. The red side just has too much of a minion advantage to really allow that duel to be done proper. I think that this is going to be rough for Tannen. We saw the performance from Fatal Finish last game on that Callista, just knowing exactly the build order that he wants to go, able to take advantage of that kiting and mobility in these skirmish-style fights, and It's really tough to deal with this guy. Uh-oh, Hound Archon going in aggressively on Oninokin under their turret, but Tannen opts to go for Fatal Finish instead, and that's very, very smart there, making sure that Fatal is not comfortable joining that fight when he's got the ADC right on him there.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for Tannen in this lane, though. It's already kind of the problem with Quinn is she does have that low attack range, and I don't know if she's going to be able to do much, but we got the Rengar coming down. Yeah,
good gank coming out of Dearth here. Can they pick up the kill? Fatal Finish actually takes Dearth very low. Can they get the last? Yes, they get the last one. The Zenith Blade from Hound Archon not able to keep him out of the auto attack range there in the mid lane. C4 and Charmely going head to head. Good Orb of Deception. He actually dashes the other way with a Spirit Rush. He might have enough damage here. The Ignite will finish him off, and they're going to take out each other. It's actually the W, a little spider explosion there that finished him off at the tail end.
And that's probably going to be more beneficial for Ahri just because she's up in farm. She's going to be able to get more off that.
Definitely. Alright, so top lane, lead singer going very, very low against Dark Crimson Blade, DCB. Is he going the AP Xin Shao this game? He is. He's got 12 AP under his belt, so he's going to be looking for that heal style. Yeah, I think he rushes Rage Blade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so watching that lane, I actually never seen that matchup before. I really want to say Xin Zhao has the advantage in the skirmishes, and I think it's because of the ultimates. I think the Xin Zhao ultimate, the bonus resistances he gets from casting it will actually give him the advantage over the Zed ultimate.
Oh, man.
Gives him the survivability to get through that, and then he just has more sustained damage as Zed does.
Yeah, and it's just sustain in general. Like, this Zed poke isn't really meaning anything at all. Oh my goodness, stun goes down onto Charmely there. C4 really laying on this pressure with Elise. I like this playstyle he's got going on. It looks like he's going for an early Abyssal Scepter as well, in order to kind of resist against the Ahri damage and still give him that penetration effect that he's usually looking for on Elise. And I think that's going to be an optimal pickup for a mid lane Elise.
Yeah, and I really do like the aggressive play, and he's landing a lot of skill shots. I think if he can just clean up the farm game, he could have a really strong mid lane play. Yeah.
It could be something that he would want to take to ranked. Oh, Dearth shows up in the bottom lane a third time. Fatal Finish gets blown back with an Insect Janna ulti. And it looks like Tannen needs to try to clean up this kill, flashing forward. He gets stunned under tower. One more auto attack will do it, and it looks like he's able to survive this. Barely.
Got the Pantheon jump? Oh, the back though.
Oh. And Tannen says, Tannen's just like, I'm sorry, friend. You should have recalled, like me.
I wouldn't be a stream without the Tannen nope. There's all these different styles of the Tannen nope. There's the walk up and walk away nope. I'm not even gonna walk over there nope.
Yeah.
There's the I'm gonna recall this brush while you die nope.
And then there's the retreat ping, pick up that farm nope. There's so many different kind of Tannen nopes.
The many nopes of Tannen.
It's just like I told you I was gonna get this farm, but it was a pick 1v3.
So we haven't really said much about Durfee here on this Rengar, but he's doing a great job. He's 3-0-2. A little bit behind in farm in terms of Pantheon, but he's just been ganking and cleaning up kills, so that's probably why. And I did see in that last fight, did a good job of using his empowered E to get the stun down. A lot of new Rengars will go for the double Q, and that's really not what you want to do. You want to use the empowered stun.
Yep, definitely. Mid lane, Intent flashing in onto Dearth, gets a good amount of damage down, along with Charmely here. It's going to be the Spear crit that cleans up the kill. Lead Singer up on top, gets taken very, very low once again, and Dark Crimson Blade just flashes and charges him under the turret, able to walk away with his life there.
Yeah, we got the kind of the DCB timer here going. If he is building that AP Xin Zhao, which it looks like he's going to do, he's going to be a really big split push monster.
Yeah.
It's going to be really scary.
AP Xin Shao is so hard to deal with. It's so annoying. I honestly feel like it's a legitimate strategy on this champion to go Rage Blade at Trinity Force. Just with the amount of healing that I'm seeing come out of him right now, You should be able to go Rageblade Trinity Force on that champion and then go full tank, and you'd pretty much be unkillable, I think.
Definitely something to give a thought to. I mean, honestly, another thing that can help you win games is we can engage here on the bot lane.
Yeah, we do. Hound Archon getting a good stun down on Titanic Kinslayer. Gets the kill pick up there, and now Oninokin's going to be in trouble. Good stun knock-up coming out of this red side bottom lane, and Oninokin's going to be in some real trouble here. The blowback actually peels off Fatal Finish, but, Hound Archon doing a fantastic job of just sticking in there.
Yeah, and Tana getting a little bit too aggressive with that lead he has. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to let Ballista get back into the game. I mean, she's kept up on farm, so giving her any kind of kills is not what you want to do right now. But as I was saying about the AP Zen, it honestly sometimes doing just things that your enemy has never seen before, like even like Zalise mid lane, like she's gotten a lot of pressure and a lot of almost a lot of kills, or at least 2 kills, just because I don't think Charmely's ever seen it before in mid lane, so something to be said about that.
Wrinkle Earl getting burned there. Charmely just dashes out with his Spirit Rush. The good knockback from the Dark Crimson Blade coming out in the top lane. He dashes back in on the lead singer. That Ignite might take him down. Potion saves his life.
Yes, it did, and that's the importance of popping potions. It's again one of those little things, but if you can just make sure you always pop a potion when you go in for a fight, that's a lot of health right there that you get back.
Definitely is. Rengar jumps out of the brush there and picks up the kill. Inten now showing up. He actually jumps right over Pantheon. Pantheon gets the stun down, but is he going to have enough damage to clean up this fight? Yep, he's going to have it there. Tannen goes 1v1 against Fatal Finish. Good blind is going to force Fatal to just second guess what's going on here, and that's that early game Quinn damage. No one expects Quinn to do a lot, but when she gets in a 1v1, she's difficult to deal with for sure.
When she does the stretch build, she is.
Yeah, man.
That was kind of a brutal. I said a lot about Earth on this Rengar, but Pantheon here, Inten, is also 4-0, so it's going to be the battle of the junglers, I think. But he also has a pretty big CS advantage, so...
Yeah, I'm seeing this Pantheon played right now, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, there's no reason for me to not play a huge amount of Pantheon jungle. It's so good. Alright.
It is a pressure.
Yeah, that said, looks like Pantheon's going to drop into the bottom lane. Tannen getting taken out very quickly there. Oninokin says, no, my ADC is dead. It's time for me to peel. And knocks them all away.
Damage in mid lane. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I gotta play at least mid with that.
Dude, we're playing League after this.
Oh, dude, I gotta give a presentation tomorrow to, like, the head of everything that I do.
Oh, well,
but okay.
Never mind. Well, I mean, if you gotta do a presentation, man, don't worry about it. I'll find some other...
I don't have to do it for it. I just have to wake up for it. I mean, I can be tired, I don't care.
Are you sure?
And school kids. And no, the Pantheon, I don't wanna really reminisce about the 7 CS Pantheon that destroyed us in rank 5s, but his early game pressure is just so strong.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Really get rolling.
I'm thinking
with it, though, is you do have the kind of 35-minute timer when he becomes kind of useless.
Well, here's the thing, though, is like his defensive scaling is really nice with his passive. So if you get a couple tank items and you're able to keep auto-attacking in the last team fights, you kind of are still a threat, because you still deal a huge... Whoa! C4 takes Charmely super low, and he doesn't have an ulti, so he can do that to anybody at any point in time.
Yeah, and it's just... He did that same thing before with just the Abyssal. He didn't have enough of the boots, so just the... What runes is he running? Is he running, like... Must be running, like, full magic then.
Oh my goodness. Just almost ate him alive.
I do not know, at least it is. I thought they nerfed his damage.
Uh-oh.
He gets the stun.
Gets the stun, but can't quite find it. Dark Crimson Blade in a fight in the top lane. Inten drops in once again. Lead Singer dashes back into the brush here. And this cooldown reduction on Inten's ulti is really starting to come into effect here. He's able to keep dropping in on these lanes when they're not expecting it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I think really he is the MVP of this game so far for Red Team. Their lanes were not doing so hot. He is definitely making up for that.
Durth doing a fantastic job of getting this gank down in the bottom lane, and actually gets taken out by the ulti from Leona there. Tannen and Oninoken just not able to quite get into the middle of the fight and react to that snare in time. If it were me,
you do not want to get in turret range of a Leona.
I would have birded and flashed forward if I was that Quinn.
Yeah, well, especially when you have a Janna support. I mean, she's not going to really help you that much if you get too far ahead. She can't really ult save you or anything like that.
Yeah. Alright, so Kalista trying to get this Blade of the Ruin King finished. Tannen kind of in that sweet spot for Quinn right now. He can, if he finds anyone who's not Charmely, just for the sheer fact that RA Charm will shut down all of his damage.
Let's see this healing right now. Oh my god, the healing.
There it is. Oh, he pops the Rage Blade. He does get the kill there. That third hit, healing him for 186 HP. Oh my goodness. There it is! There's the burst damage, and Charmely is forced to just dash out immediately. Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous amount of damage.
It's enormous. So at this point in the game, Red Team needs to just get together and get these picks down. They've been doing a great job of playing around their Pantheon in the early game, but they need to set up a little bit more teamfight-oriented play with their Kalista and their Leona. I'd say stack 4 people in this bottom lane and get a turret dive rolling, because they have a huge amount of champions who are great in turret dive situations. So why not go for it? Bite goes down onto Charmely. CF4 playing this mid lane Elise like he invented it, and he might just have. He might just have. I think he might be the...
I may have to play it.
That's
what it's going to come down to.
It's the original mid lane Elise, and I love it, dude. Dark Crimson Blade getting these auto attacks down. He's just healing so much right now, but he gets popped! He gets popped.
He'll do that.
Yep, a little bit too much damage done by lead singer during the duration of that death mark. And that gank from Pantheon really helped him out. Speaking of Pantheon, he's going to get dropped in here right on top of Oninoken. Ulti comes out to push them all away, but he's not going to be able to save his own life. Tannen is able to bird nope his way out of there. Uh-oh, they catch Hound Archon in the brush. He gets a good ulti down. It looks like Intent's going to jump right onto Tannen and do way too much damage. His damage is too high right now. This build that he's got it's the early game Pantheon sweet spot. After this, he just builds tank and he's golden.
Yep. Exactly what he needs to do. We'll see if he does it. He could finish his
oh my goodness, Pantheon.
Could finish a Black Cleaver here and then just go tank.
I might switch to a Pantheon main after seeing this. Yeah, I'm serious. Like, that champion might have what I need to carry myself to Diamond from Plat. Because, like, you win lane, right? And then you just...
The jungle, or are you gonna bring it in lane?
Either, both. All 3. Top, mid, and jungle.
The advantage of it. Probably make him support, too.
You probably could. Like, you've got harass. It's just that you end up getting all the kills, and your ADC goes, "Ha! Pantheon! WTF! I'm the carry! No, I'm the carry! No, I'm the carry!"
Well, clearly he's never played when you played Tarek.
Oh, the king? Please, the king needs his tribute. Oh my goodness, Dirk just... He gets overconfident there. He just thinks, there's no way this Arya will go in. And then she went in.
I talked up Kurt when he was 4-0, and now he's lost. I think I gave him the flat touch of death. Like, he's been dying left and right since I talked him up.
Pretty much. He's getting a lot of cooldown reduction build here, trying to get these ultis down as often as possible, and being able to rotate those abilities is huge on Rengar. Increases his damage, his sustain. It's kind of that Zac feeling, honestly. Just being able to spam a whole bunch of abilities is exponentially better on some of these champs.
Yes, definitely. A lot of people playing Zac out of the jungle now, though.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's the Bambi Cinder, dude. Everyone's loving it up right now. That's why I'm thinking about who I got to change to next, because it's about that time to make the switch.
Yeah, also the fact that they changed his EE so he can like chain knock people up now. Give him that extra 0.5 seconds on the knock up on that's pretty strong.
Oh yeah. Well, I was chain knocking people up to begin with, but it was very quick because you only have half a second. But it looks like they're going to go for the fight after the dragon here. They immediately get to Tan, and he goes down. Hound Archon in the front lines there. Fatal Finish is looking for additional kills. Hound Archon actually flies in with the Callista ulti, just fearless there, despite the fact that he's only got 300 HP. Pantheon looking for the drop, goes in, finds Dearth, but can't quite close the gap. Dearth escaping into the jungle here, and his Moby Boots kick in, so he's going to be able to get out of there.
Yeah. So the one thing. Red team's starting to pull away here. The one thing I do worry about for them, though, is that they do have most of their gold being put on this Pantheon, and as we said, he does fall off somewhat. You can build him tanky, and he can stay in the middle of the team fight, but his ability to carry these fights as hard as he is will go down slightly, whereas blue team has a lot of their gold spread out. So we'll see if that blue team can use that to advantage and come back.
Yep, definitely. Tannen showing up in the bottom lane, getting that pop down. Fatal Finish is stacking up too many Ren stacks, and he will get the kill on Tannen. Just pulling those things out for... He pulled it out for, 450 gold. Here's the thing, though. If they cap this ability, I now have legitimate cause to ask for a cap on NASA's Q damage, because, come on. It should have a diminishing return factor to it.
But Nasus also doesn't have, the best kiting asset in the game.
Well, he does have an ability that lowers people's attack speed and by 80%. But you know what shuts this down? It's Nasus, dude. Nasus is the guy. He puts Wither on her, and then she's just like, well, I guess I'll run for my life, because there's not much I can do. And he's like, yeah, by the time it's done, it'll be up again, because I build cooldown reduction, because I'm Nasus.
She does need a cap on monsters, though. I think it's dumb that she can smite Baron at 2000 health.
Yeah, were you there when it was 2500, I think it was, that she did it from?
Yeah, I was the jungler that was trying to smite it.
Yeah, it was 2500
when
damage.
Smite steal it just disappeared.
I think I was
like, oh, okay.
I was casting with Phoebe in that game, and he was like, when do you think she's going to do it? And I was like, 2500, and that, surely enough, 2500, she did it.
It's least damage.
Oh my goodness, this Elise.
Blue can get these picks in the jungle. That's what this is what they need to pick up these picks, and as I said, a lot of this gold for red team is on Pantheon, so if all of the members of blue team can kind of collectively build up gold and get strong, they can come back.
Yep, C4 gets dashed on by Charmely. The stun actually goes the wrong direction there. Oh, man, he dropped his mouse.
That's what they all say.
Yep.
Oops, I dropped my computer out the window.
My bad. My mistake. DCB shows up in mid lane, look for the kill on Charmely. Teleport comes in from Zed, but he gets immediately jumped on by lead singer. The Rageblade passive procs, and he's able to get some decent heals down. I feel like any other Zinshao would have died in that team fight. Oh,
yeah, he would have.
He's gonna die here.
Oh, well, okay, he did anyway.
There we go. And the shutdown gold goes to the exact person that they wanted to. Fatal Finish.
I'm surprised not to see DCB not splitting as much right now. I mean, that is what he does. He probably just doesn't feel like he has the pressure in the other lanes to be that far up, and he cannot 1v5, so.
Yep.
The team really needs to get into a position, because they're not going to team fight with an AP Zinzao. They really need to get into a position where DCB can split push. That should be their goal right now.
Yeah, I mean, they can team fight with an AP Zinshao. It's just not a good idea right now to team fight at all in general, just because they're so far behind, and there's no one who can really close out this Callista. Even if Rengar gets there, he's just going to get bopped in the face by Leona, and then charmed by Ahri.
Yeah, Penn could do this.
There it is! See? That's why you pick the Quinn! You don't pick her for the team fight, you pick her for the assassinations.
Let's see.
Oh!
Very good ult.
Oh!
He ulted right as the Q was about to land to execute him. That was beautiful timing.
Ooh. That was great there. Alright, Dark Crimson Blade goes in aggressively. Tannen looking to back up the damage output here. Hound Archon getting taken very low in this fight, and it looks like DCB is going to die to the turret hits there. And they're going to keep pushing in on this turret. Intent looking to clear out the wave there, but it can't quite find enough clear. Whoa! Good bounce off of Inten from Tannen, but he's not able to stop the turret damage from taking him out, along with Inten there. The rest of the red team showing up.
Bounce was the right idea to get away, but at the same time, it also does do a little bit of damage, so it does give you turret aggro. That's what got him killed.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Quinn and Quinn late game scaling. I feel like as your attack speed increases, the frequency of your bird proc should also increase. Right? Like, there should be a time when there's
That
like
would make sense.
2 to 3 people marked, like in a team fight, because you're attacking so quickly.
But maybe they don't want her to scale like that. Sometimes they just design champions to not scale in certain ways.
It's weird though, because Quinn's
But
like
I do agree.
obviously a marksman. Unless there's going to be a new type of champion that's just like a straight up scout. Like if that was a role, like that Quinn's the ideal champion.
Yeah, I mean, well, that could be a design strategy. A lot of times, it's like, she is a marksman, but does she necessarily have to be solely, like, super late game team fighting hyperscale? Not necessarily. She can do other things.
Yeah.
Kind of like Urgot again. I mean, she's kind of like a weird Urgot, a sexier Urgot.
She's an Urgot
Anyways.
Teemo, is what she is. It's just she's got the blind and like the weird amount of damage potential. As we see Dark Crimson Blade healing to full in no time at all. Oh my goodness. AP really coming into play here. He's gonna get Lichbane, but honestly I feel like Trinity Force over Lichbane is the better idea.
Yeah, it would give him more damage, and it would also give him that movement speed. And
A little bit more tankiness. Like, is he really going to two-shot somebody with this low AP build and high attack speed?
I mean, if he gets stunned, that's the problem. That's the problem with anything that's like predicated around attack speed. Is if you get stunned, well, you can't really use your healing. So, and they do have a lot of CC on their team, so that's kind of the problem he's running into.
Okay, here it is. Here's the way that Quinn works. Here's my design for it, right?
Okay.
Quinn has a set cooldown on when her bird comes down to mark a target. Auto attacks on a particular target increase their increase their chance to be marked, and also lower the cooldown of the marking passive. So if she's auto attacking the front line, it will get marked and it will be on a lower cooldown as she keeps attacking it.
So basically, she gets rewarded for auto attacking.
Right.
The longer a fight goes,
Right.
the longer a skirmish goes, she gets rewarded.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Because like her ulti right now, it's gotta be used in a pick situation. It's very rare that you're going to be able to use her ulti with the ability to like team fight with it. And
Sometimes I
so
wish she had Graves passive, where the longer the fight went on, the tankier she got. I think it would help her. It would make her ultimate. It would give it more utility, where she could actually use it in a team fight in a way more in a bruiser style.
well, I guess,
Or
but
her gave her tank stats.
because right now she's in this weird spot between Vayne and like I don't know, Ezreal or something. And she needs to be put a little bit more towards the Vayne direction to be actually a good marksman. Like, well, she's a decent marksman. It's just like she's so limited in her ability of what she can do in a team fight, and you have to kind of be ahead in the early game to really succeed with it. And so if you're behind, it's really hard to come back unless you just get a lot of picks. Oh,
Yeah, oh my god, the damage. Oh my god.
Oh! Tannen picks it up at the tail end there. Good repel coming out of C4. Hound Archon flashing in onto Tannen. It looks like him and Pantheon are on two completely different pages. Dark Crimson Blade shows up and gets a decent amount of healing down. Can't quite finish up the kill there. Now Fatal finishes in the fight. Please jump for him. Oh my goodness, they get the lockdown onto him, but Fatal's going to be able to zero him out before they can finish him. And now Tannen's back in the fight, able to pick up Pantheon there. Fatal finish still dancing around, but it's going to be C4 showing back up with that execute to finish off the kill.
Meanwhile, though, Zed pushing the bot lane, trying to pick up some ferrets. Yeah, unfortunately there, Earthy didn't actually get his... I think he got his Empowered E off onto Fatal Finish. I think he waited too long to use his ultimate and didn't really jump onto anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of dancing around a little bit. Stinger picking up the kill on Janna.
Up C4 repels to avoid the death mark altogether there. It just didn't even take any damage whatsoever, and he burned a lot of his cooldowns on it. He actually goes back with that swap, has to flash out of that situation or he's going to lose his life. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Dirty. Dearth pops his ulti, looking for the Zed. Can't quite catch up in time. The Dark Crimson Blade also there, looking for the jump in as well.
Remember when Rengar ulti didn't want them when he was coming? Those were dark times. It would just be an 80 carry and he would suddenly die.
It's just like, wait, what happened? Tannen going very far forward there in bird form, looking for a potential pick, but the front line of red team is already there in place, ready to block.
Argento Lupu, though, asking if Ari's ult charges were hitting the spider pets. I did not see that, but if they do, then that would actually be very beneficial for Elise and might make her counterpick Ari, because that's strong.
Yeah, you can dodge out a lot of her abilities and damage. Oh my goodness, good flash forward, gets the lockdown onto Charmeleigh, and he's just going to get locked up in place and taken down here. Top side of the map, Dark Crimson Blade trying to get this turret down, but he's getting completely chased out by Inten and Hound Archon. Stun comes out, and that's going to mean his life, as if you're not attacking on AP Xin Shao, you don't have much going for you.
It was actually funny, I was looking up there, I was like, why is he all the way up there? He doesn't have minions there, and I was like, oh wait, his AP Xin Shao, I can just tank the turret, because he's stupid.
Alright, Zed
it's
looking...
ridiculous that exists, I'm glad more people don't play that.
Looking for a potential fight. Stun goes down onto Hound Archon. Tannen's in a pretty safe position here. Inten can't quite traverse the wall. Tannen picks up a kill on Hound Archon and actually is in the fight still. Fatal Finish is trying to get in with the kiting. Had Tannen had his ulti, he would definitely go for that kill. Pops his Ghost Blade and looks to get in. Blind misses. He bounces off Kallista's face, gets rended, and Fatal Finish is going to flash the wall and get a double on Janna. Auto attacks the blue buff to try to get some lifesteal, but can't quite pick it up. He does not have a Runons here, but his single target damage is so dang high right now.
It is, and here we are again with the Elise and the Zed, last two survivors. This Elise has been, I'm kind of excited to see Elise coming back, I have to say.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Really great repels. Oh, good ult though.
Ooh, okay, Zonia's Hourglass is going to keep him alive there. He repels out. Charmeleigh shows up, picks up the kill. Alright, Dark Crimson Blade just showing up in this Dragon Pit. I don't know if he wants to be here. Actually, I know that he doesn't want to be here.
That's the problem with AP Xin Shao. He doesn't really have damage when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, I mean, you got the charge, the Audacious Charge, but that's all you've got going for you. Other than that, it's really just the healing that you're getting out of it, which is why, once again, Trinity Force.
Yeah, true.
It would help a lot.
I think you need to try that out as well as playing Pantheon.
Yeah.
Or we should dial 1-800 Daddy Boy and see if he'll do it.
Yeah. Daddy Boy, I have a mission for you that involves Rageblade. I'm in. Oh my goodness, flash out of Charmeleigh to just get out of some of this dirt damage there. C4 shows up, just stuns him up and knocks him over very quickly.
C4 shows up and just explodes him.
Military explosive jokes. Ugh. Dark Crimson Blade looking for the fight onto Lead Singer. Lead Singer takes him. Well, you know, it's he lagged, but I don't know if there's much he could do there as well. Intended does a fantastic job of flashing this cocoon, but he gets taken. The spiders are gonna finish him while he's in Zonia's Hourglass? Is that how it works? Oh my goodness. This is a thing now. I thought that the penetration was only good on Elise, but I've seen the light. This man has shown me that there are plays to be made. Oh my goodness. He takes Fatal Finish very low, gets the repel to try to get his cooldowns back up. The Q is back off cooldown, but I don't think he can get back to Fatal. He's going to run away here. Can he get into his spider form and close the gap fast enough? Nope.
So with that Luden's Echo and the Magic Pen, the amount of damage coming out of that Q spider form execute is just ridiculous.
Yeah. I feel like Luden's Echo Lichbane is also a potentially good build.
Yeah, that could be, yeah.
Because it gives you all this
Literally.
mobility for where you can like get in position and get the cocoon, or also road into side lanes, and then the single auto attack burst is really nice too. Oh yeah, he misses there. He's got a second chance to try to go for it, but right now he just needs to try to stay with her, but he can't do it. He gets back in and picks up the kill. She gets greedy for the Ren damage, and does not throw it down. Wow.
Callisto Syndrome.
You know what would help Callisto's players a lot? If when a Rend target had enough stacks to die, it put a little circle around them, like when Cho has enough to kill someone.
Like Joga, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quality of life things like, oh, Janet coming in
Look at him.
doing that thing that Quinn does.
He's just pecking his way through Hound Archon here. He might even be able to pick up this kill. Xenoblade goes in on an Oninoke and he ends up way deeper than he originally planned on going. Tannen picking up that kill.
That's oh, get a inhibitor here, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. They got about 40 seconds on the majority of the rest of Red Team. Lead Singer still in the top lane pushing in. They don't really have someone who can 1v1 him very effectively aside from C4. Yeah.
Oh my god, no. They could end the freaking game.
They could probably end here. But,
They might have been able to end there, actually.
well, Fatal Finish is up.
Had the healing.
He doesn't have Runons, though, so he can't take them all at the same time if they get a good lockdown. Oh, C4
Looks
goes
like he's gonna go
very
Baron
low.
now here.
Can he solo?
Yeah, he can tank turrets. I'm pretty sure he's solo Baron.
That's true. He is healing for 300 every third strike, isn't he? It's like Aatrox, but at full HP.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Would take a while though. Doesn't have. He has the Lich Bane, but
Yeah. Actually, Quinn is one of the best single target like monster killers because of the consistent applications of her passive, giving her that attack speed.
yeah.
It's not as good as Vayne, but it's still pretty nice.
That's what I love about these games is we're just seeing so many different things.
Oh my
Everyone's
goodness.
playing Fizz Jungle now.
Is Tannen getting... He got a Giant's belt. What is he building with this? Is he getting a Randoins?
He might be.
It
You know
would
what?
be...
He might be getting that just the dual stuff.
Yeah.
Slower attack speed. And and a stick on her. I think that's
Yeah.
exactly what he's doing.
It's probably a good move. I like it.
This game is starting to feel really close.
Yeah.
Blue team is behind in gold, but they are up in objectives.
Yep, Tannen pops ulti looking for the fight here. Can he get in? Both Fatal Finish and Hound Archon are down. He's a little bit tankier than normal, but he still does not want to get into the middle of the fight first. He will get picked off there. Charmley walks in, sees
30 seconds on
C4,
the fifth dragon now.
walks back in.
30
Tannen's...
seconds on the fifth dragon attempt by red team.
Yeah. They have to defend this one. They really, really need to. Otherwise, blue team will lose a lot of their pressure here. Oh, C4 misses Cocoon and gets immediately jumped on by Charmley. That might be Dragon. Tannen finds Zed. Can he jump off of him in time? He gets it. Blind comes down as well, but he still gets zeroed out, really. I didn't think he got enough damage down, but I think he got him with the back end of the Shadow to get some additional damage. They don't want to walk into this. Dark Crimson Blade is going to get taken out very quickly here, as well as Oninoken. Dearth is going to walk away, knowing that he cannot clean the rest of that.
Yeah, that all kind of just started from that pick by on C4, and I think it goes to they only have one sweeper. I would like to see them have a couple sweepers here and have them upgraded. They really need to clear out the vision because C4 was standing on a board, and Charmley just picked them off.
Yeah. That was not good. Now Inten is just going to tank up this turret a bit. They jump on Dearth underneath the tower. He gets locked up for a year and a half, and it's going to be actually Inten who ends up picking up, I'm sorry, Hound Archon who ends up picking up that kill somehow. They're just going to swap tanks on this. They are looking very beefy at the moment. Oh my goodness. See, Tana's gonna go for this. If it were me, I am a huge fan of getting Bloodthirster on these shorter range ADCs.
Yeah, the shield is pretty nice.
Yeah, you're so much more prone to getting caught up to. He's looking for the pick onto Pantheon here, finds it, but gets blown up completely by Charmely. I almost tried to pull up my death recap and then realized I wasn't playing the game. Because I thought it was me, because that's what I would do.
That is exactly what you would do.
That is something that I would do.
I haven't really talked about it much. Charmely getting pretty far ahead on this already. 17 kills. Doing a lot of damage, blowing people up.
Yeah.
Getting a huge pick on
Alright, Fatal Finish this time with a fully single target based Callista build. I do not disagree. Dearth showing up in the bottom lane, looking for the potential kill on lead singer, can't quite get the binding down to lock him up into place. He goes in on Elise. His ulti gets completely negated by a single repel. Oh my goodness. Top lane DCB gets in a fight with Fatal Finish. He will go down here. No, the Janna ulti keeps him alive, but he doesn't continue auto-attacking, which means he will die. And now Fatal Finish is able to clean up this Janna as well. Onino again just does not stand a chance against the amount of damage that this Callista is pulling out.
Yeah, and I really do like the single target because I think she realized that she was going to be skirmishing Cannon a lot. Because Cannon was looking for those earlier, so she's just like, alright, well, I'm just gonna fight you 1v1 then.
Yep.
About adapting your builds to what's going on in the game. It's not always going in with one build in your head.
Pretty much. So, looks like blue team just on their back foot here, trying to figure out how they're going to close out this game or get the momentum back, because they just lost a huge amount of it, and a huge portion of that comes from the fact that red team's doing a great job getting these little skirmish fights and picks, whereas blue team needs to be the ones doing that if they're going to get anything done. DCB has finished off his death cap, so he's going to have a little bit more burst and sustain, but I don't know. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't really do the thing that was meant.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I really like. Well, I would have liked to see it, even though it's kind of.
Oh, Fatal Finish gets stunned out right there. DCB in there auto-attacking. He gets taken out by Callista. Now C4 is there. Zonia's in place. Just not enough damage left alive to help clean up this fight. Oninokin shows up, but he's just a little bit too late to help their team win this. And Red's just going to keep pushing this forward. They've got 2 inhibitors down already, and this is going to be the third one, spawning those double supers. They're going to be able to close this one out fairly easily.
Argento Lupo asking if we have Frozen Heart on, or Frozen Mallet on Finn.
It was going to be a Frozen Melon on Quinn? I don't know. You'd have to ask Tannen.
Be an interesting tech item. Take a Hearthstone term.
Oh yeah, tech item.
GG comes out.
Like how my Demon Lock deck has one sacrificial